Hi everyone, welcome back to another ASMR video, and yes, I am back as you can see, and I'm in my new place. I am really happy, and I wouldn't have been able to do this without your guys' support from my Patreon, so just thank you so much to everyone that supports me there, and thank you also if you obviously watch my videos here. So today I'm doing a long overdue Q&A. I posted one about a month ago asking you guys for some questions and you gave me some, so I'm just checking that it was recording on the voice. Okay, so let's get into the first question, which is, what was school like for you growing up? It was pretty terrible, to be honest. Like, school was just a really bad experience for me. It never turned out good at all. I was kind of like a social outcast. I couldn't really make friends, and it was just all in all quite a fucking disaster. And is there any movie you can't help crying while watching it? There's been a few movies that have made me cry, but off the top of my head, I think probably Requiem for a Dream. That's just such a fucking sad movie, so I'm gonna say that. Favourite movie? Now this is like a really hard question because I have a lot of favourite movies, but one of my favourite movies of all time is probably Ocean's 11, because it's about, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's about these people that do this heist in a casino and they plan it all out properly and everything, and they're going to steal like loads of money, and I won't really go like too far into it in case you want to watch it, but I really love films that are like casino based and to do with that, because obviously you may know that I'm a huge fan of poker and I love going to the casino, so that's probably why I love the film so much, and because I love films with plot twists. Also, another thing that I wanted to say is I actually recorded this video while I was still at my old place and I fucking hated it, so I've actually just totally scrapped that video now, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna re-record it because it was just awful, and now that I have a proper setup and everything, like, look at my pretty light, and obviously like there's a big window there and it's just like the perfect space to put my desk, and it's just so cool. Where do you get your nails done? Well, currently they're not actually done, but I've only gotten my nails done once in my life, and then I just told myself never again because acrylics were just the bane of my existence. So I used to wear fake stick-on nails, which were from like either Claire's Accessories or Tesco's, and I just haven't been wearing them lately for some reason, just haven't really bothered, but yeah, they're just stick-on nails and they don't cost very much. What kinds of music do you listen to? Mostly sort of rock alternative sort of music, you know, kind of like emo music, if I could probably describe the genre, but also pop music, so those are the two sort of like biggest ones that I listen to. I don't really venture much out further past that into other genres. Do you still do not safe for work stuff? Yes, I do on my Patreon. If you're interested, go and check it out. The link's in the description. Shameless plug. But you know, I'm promoting myself on my own channel, so it's fine. How many times have you dyed your hair? I have no fucking idea. At this point, I just have no fucking idea. Is there a certain trigger you like performing? If so, why? To be honest, tapping is probably my favourite trigger because I love listening to that, and tapping on things is just kind of more interesting than anything else. Like, on the flip side, my most hated trigger is mouth sounds because it makes my mouth so dry and it's just so annoying to like sit there and do it, and it's like ASMR takes a lot of patience because it gets really boring to actually just sit here and do that stuff. Like, it really does take patience. So I normally, because I like tap on objects and stuff like that in like everyday life anyway, sometimes I just find myself tapping on things, so that's probably my favourite one to do. How many tattoos do you have? What are they, and are there any stories behind them? I currently have 4 tattoos. This is my newest addition, which is, I'm just trying to find a way to show this that doesn't look really dumb. Yeah, this one is for autism awareness because I have autism and it runs in my family as well, so that's just sort of, it means to me that it represents me and my support for autism. And that is my cat. This is the first tattoo I ever had done. She's actually just sitting right over there, and that's just because I really wanted tattoos of things that obviously have meanings to me, so all of my tattoos do have meanings. And I've got this PlayStation controller, which obviously commemorates my love for gaming, and that's where I started in my childhood. I started out on a PlayStation, and then finally I have to lift up my leg with this. I got that one. And if you can't read what it says family, and then obviously that's pretty self-explanatory, like family is something that's obviously very important to me, and I love my family. They're you know, getting all sappy now and stuff. Okay, so back to the questions. I just have it up on my phone so it's easier. Are you excited for Battle for Azeroth? Also, what do you use to film with? Well, this was obviously posted a while ago, but I have been playing Battle for Azeroth. I've been playing it sort of on and off a little bit. I did get a little bit bored of it, but you know, when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, this is pretty fun, this is pretty cool, I like it, but it does get a little bit repetitive because, you know, of the whole world quest thing, because it's like we had that in Legion, and it does get a little bit tiresome and things like that. And what I used to film with is a Canon G7X. It's a camera I bought a long time ago, like solely for the purpose of vlogging, but it's also pretty good for recording sit-down videos like this. It's not bad at all. It cost me, I think, around like £200, but my camera's dying, sadly. The sensor's fucked in where the memory card goes, where the SD card goes, so I don't think there's much life left in it. And my microphone's dying too as well, I think. But I'm gonna try and press on for you guys. Favourite book? Probably Feel Good 101 by Emma Blackery. I really, really love that book. Like, it's so well written. I mean, granted, I did listen to it as an audiobook. I don't actually have the physical copy, but I only really listen to audiobooks. I don't actually like read physical books anymore, so I just like listening to audiobooks, and I've listened to that one at least twice all the way through because it's just so good. Favourite record of all time? Which means song, of course, obviously. I'm not that dumb. To be honest, I don't really know if I have one. It's probably a Bring Me the Horizon song because they're my favourite band, and I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick like Avalanche, just because not only is it an amazing song like in the way it sounds, but lyrically that is the best song I have found to describe me that there is, so I'm gonna choose that one just for that reason. What colours have you dyed your hair? What has been your favourite colour, and any new colours coming soon? I've dyed my hair pretty much every colour you can goddamn think of at this point. My favourite colour is probably like when I had the pink and purple on the top and then like the red on the ends. That's probably my favourite one that I've ever had. Any new colours coming soon? I don't know, because I wanted to dye my hair black so I could sort of give my hair a bit of a break, but obviously I still wanted to keep some colour in it, so I got colour in the ends. But as for like my roots and stuff, I wanted to stay away from like bleaching and everything, so I don't really know what's in store next for my hair. Who knows? What is your favourite food / snack? My favourite food is probably pizza. I would say pizza, but it's tough at this point because I love just like pretty much all takeaway food. It would either be that or like pork fried rice from Chinese. As for snacks, I don't really eat snacks because just snacks are really boring to me, and I just never find myself buying them. I just don't really snack on things. I guess that's why I find it easy to control my weight, because I don't snack. I literally just eat meals. What is one thing that you're really proud of, besides this channel, I mean? I'm really proud of the fact that I've actually managed to move out on my own and now become like independent and stuff, because I never ever saw myself living on my own. I never ever thought I'd be able to do it, but I'm really proud of the fact that I've taken this step and made this leap, and I'm just like so happy that this is a possibility. And it's still just like really surreal to me that I'm just in my own place. It's just me here, like this is my flat and I live here. Obviously I'm just renting, so it's not actually mine, but you know what I mean. It's just so amazing. So I guess I'm also pretty proud of my Patreon, because that's obviously what's allowed me to do this. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that I have accomplished those things. What is your favourite Pokemon? Probably Sylveon. Do you live with your parents? Well, I used to. At the time that this video was recorded, I was living at my dad's, but like I just said, I'm now on my own. What are your hobbies/activities outside of ASMR? Mostly poker. Poker is like literally the biggest thing in my life that I do. That is like a recreational hobby that I absolutely love, and obviously I get money from it sometimes when I win, so that's always nice. Other than that, I just sort of I play video games and watch YouTube videos, which I can't really be considered a hobby, really, can it? But that's just pretty much what I do outside of ASMR. I also vlog, which most of you know because my vlog channels came before this channel, and that's pretty much all I do outside of ASMR. What gets you through bad depression moments? What is that thing that pushes you on? I think honestly is just having hope that my future is going to be better. Like, I know it sounds really stupid and cliche, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I think love keeps me alive. And this sounds so... Oh, I'm just getting so sappy in this video. Like, what is happening to me? This is not normally me. I'm just feeling really emotional lately though, so you know what? I'm gonna pour my heart out. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I think it is love that keeps me alive, and just knowing that people do love me, people do care about me, and even though right now obviously I'm not in a relationship or anything, just having hope for the future that I can be happy with somebody and be in love again and feel loved romantically in that way. And I think that's just like super important to me, and just like the thought of that, the thought of one day like having my own children and loving them unconditionally and them loving me and things like that, that's all the sort of stuff that goes around in my head that sort of wants to make me actually keep going, even though I know that in that moment all I want to do is just give up and stop. But there's just a lot that can happen that will make life worth living, so that is definitely what gets me through those times. And normally I just have to let those feelings pass, because I know that they will, and I know that I'll go back to feeling okay soon. If you were stuck on an island for an entire year and you had the choice to listen to only one album for that year, what would it be and why? I remember my answer from when I recorded this before, and my answer was Elektra Harp by Marina and the Diamonds, and I think I am actually going to stick with that, because that is one of my favourite albums of all time. And you know, you'd think that I'd say like That's the Spirit by Bring Me the Horizon, but I played that album to absolute death, that I don't think I'd be able to listen to it for another entire year. But Elektra Harp is a really good album. It's really like diverse. There's just a lot of good songs on it. There's happy upbeat ones, and then there's more sort of sad and just like emotion provoking ones like Fear and Loathing. But obviously you got happy upbeat ones like Bubblegum Bitch and How to Be a Heartbreaker. It's just a really good album. Like, I don't know, can you agree? Probably not, because obviously most of my audience is male, so most of you are just going to be like, fuck that. Okay, So now moving on to the last question. This is a serious question apparently, so buckle the fuck up. Okay. Questions are, what is the direction you want to go in terms of, let's call it, your internet career? Like, obviously you do ASMR here on YouTube, but you do mature stuff. How do you balance it? There's just a lot going on in this question, so I don't really know where I'm going with my internet career. I'm just sort of like doing things, going with the flow. That's sort of just how I work. I never really like plan too far in the future. I just sort of go with what's going on at the moment and just make decisions at the time, really. How do I balance doing both? Because obviously the stuff I do on Patreon is different from what I do on here. Really, it's just like, I don't really know. I just record those videos and put them out once a week normally. Obviously I took a long break before I moved, but I'm back doing it now. But you know, I only have to record for that once a week, and then the rest of the time I can just record stuff for YouTube. What do you prefer doing? I prefer doing YouTube stuff just because it's easier to come up with ideas, because for the stuff I do on Patreon, you know, I do struggle sometimes to actually come up with a new idea every week and try and make something creative and different, and I do just struggle with it sometimes when my brain doesn't want to work properly. So it's definitely just a lot easier to do the YouTube ASMR stuff because there's just so much you can do in terms of just ASMR as a whole. Is there anything you want to try doing in the future, or have anything planned, whether it be ASMR or beyond? Not that I can really think of right now. I haven't, like I said, I don't really like think too far into the future. I just sort of stick with what I'm doing at the moment, and that's that really. Also, one more. Okay, this is just so many questions. I notice you don't respond to comments here on YouTube. I think there's a good reason for that, really. But the comments are usually pervy, so I understand. That's exactly the point. But as for the comments, would you prefer everyone to keep your mature stuff on the down low, or do you think it's okay for your fan base to talk about it here openly in the comments? I kind of have to be okay with it because there's just so many people that obviously do talk about it, but I think it's actually a good thing for me anyway, because then it is like free promotion for me. It's like free advertising. So I'm completely okay with it. People can say whatever they want in the comments, you know, freedom of speech and all that. But obviously just most of the time the comments are about that stuff, which I don't mind. I just don't really like sifting through them, or, you know, just or even replying to them, because like a lot of them just don't really need like replies and stuff. And I try not to read comments because obviously I also get hated on a bit, which is annoying, but you know, it's whatever. But obviously just, yeah, those are just, most of my comments are just sexual or like perverted and stuff like that, so they don't really require a response from me. But yeah, so that is the end of this Q&A. Make sure to leave some more questions in the comments below for next time. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.